Kittle wasn't with you. He was before.
Welcome to the Red Cup.
Okay, you got 1 year.
Was his freshman year.
Do the roll call right here, man. We got my man Reggie Williams.
What's up, baby? What's up?
Charlie Moe.
So all Big East show.
Yeah. He said all Big East.
All Big East, baby.
Yeah, I gotta represent my Missouri Valley, man. What's up, Larry Bird? Shout to Larry Bird, Hersey Hawkins.
Yeah. Brooke.
Now we got Reggie in the house tonight, man. We can get right to it. Like, Reggie, what made you go to Georgetown, man, out of that Baltimore mob, man? Was it day Wingate, or you just was something that you always wanted to do?
Well, Georgetown wasn't on my list. I started, watching them when, they had the little thing with Maryland, with Ernie Graham. I was following him. I was a big Ernie Graham follower, and with Albert King and Buck Williams.
Yeah.
And Georgetown came up. They popped up new kids on the block. They formed the Big East and went on, had Bebe doing and all that kind of stuff. But I had, I visited Kentucky. I had Carolina, UCLA, Syracuse, and pretty much in Louisville. And so I was still considering those guys. It was like I took it to play the whole season before I made a decision. Mm-hmm. And I saw the North Carolina Georgetown game in 1982, and I said, well, whoever win that game, that's where I'm gonna go. Right. So Carolina won. Right.
That's some motherfucking shit right there.
Carolina won. So I'm watching the game. Said whoever win this game, I'm going there. But when the recruiting came, Dean Smith came to the house. All those guys, Bobby Knight, a lot of guys, Jerry Tarkanian came in, and I was going to visit North Carolina, and Coach Smith called me. And said, Reggie, I want you to go to Georgetown. I said, okay. So I didn't even, so I went, I kind of listened to him. And then, I said I wanted to play with a big man. The best big man in the country to me was Patrick Ewing, so it was easier for me to come 45 minutes away. So that's how I got to Georgetown.
So you had to be the number one player in the country that year.
Yeah, that's
for all those schools to visit you at your house.
Oh, yeah, they came there.
Visits.
Yeah. Yeah, they came to the house. I had them come to the house. Yeah.
Now, take us back a little bit. When you started, talking about Baltimore Dunbar, and the teams you guys had to lead you to where you're going, from Georgetown to everything else.
Yeah, it was,
I must interject real quick.
Go ahead.
I have to interject and just kind of piggyback off what you're saying, and this is kind of crazy. I just want to throw the stat out there because just to help you out. Last 2 years, right? Your last 2 years in high school.
High school, yeah.
60-0.
Yeah.
That's insane. 29-0 your junior year, but 31-0 your senior year. So just to kind of piggyback off of that, and then being the number one player in the country, how was that?
I mean, it was great. We were like the rock stars, of high school basketball. We had, my first 2 years we were 24-3, but we didn't have Muggsy on the team. Muggsy had went to Southern High School. He couldn't get into Dunbar that year, so he had to go to the zone school. But all our families had went to Dunbar. Grandparents, parents went to Dunbar, but I don't know, they didn't fill out the paperwork in time for Muggsy to get in there, so he had to spend a year down there. So, he used to come to all our games when he could, and we probably wouldn't have lost those 3 games. Right.
That's tough.
Him hogging everybody, from baseline to baseline. But it was we were like, rock stars. Whatever was going on in the community. When they came to Dunbar, we packed the house, on the road, at home, and it was very exciting, man. It was it was good. It was a good time, for Baltimore basketball.
That was a great time. Now, getting back to that list of schools you had. Okay. All right.
I can go on, but
let me ask you this, though, right? Back then, I heard you say Louisville and Kentucky.
Yeah.
So, if you had Calipari at Kentucky and Patino at Louisville right now, you know what I'm saying, you got to make a decision. You still going to Georgetown, or you going to get that bag?
That's tough. Because we had a situation with Louisville. they've been doing it for a long time. This ain't that's nothing new.
Daddy Crumb.
Yeah, Daddy Crumb was down there,
Yeah.
and so they had you know, probably one of the reasons I forgot who went there, but he didn't go there. The guy Ricky Winslow, he went to Houston, but it was a whole lot of stuff going on. Yeah, a whole lot of stuff going on back then. And Louisville was trying to get some of the top players in the country, but they wound up going somewhere else to Kentucky. Winston Bennett, James Blackman, those guys was in my class. But it would have been hard. But but I wanted to go somewhere where I wanted to be happy, play with a great center, and it just tough. It would have been tough. But Kentucky, I considered them real heavy. Kentucky,
Was Kenny Skywalker there that year?
Yeah, he was there. He was a freshman when I was visiting them, and I loved the way they did it. I mean, you talking about treating your basketball players great. They built that $11 million dormitory that it was supposed to be for basketball players only, but the NCAA came in and said, no, you got to have other students in there.
Okay.
I mean, man, they had rooms bigger than the house. I mean, it was outstanding. Kentucky, they always treated their players real well down there, man. I mean, it was unbelievable how, and they still do it today.
Oh, yeah. They definitely one and done university.
Yeah.
So how was it at Georgetown? You got a little small, private, Catholic, Jesuit school, whatever. Big John, he didn't play no games. He played by the rules. I mean, you guys like rock stars. I figure you come in your first year, you win it, right? So since you're a freshman, you win the chip. You come back your sophomore year, go to the chip, lose to my school.
Yeah. Don't say that. I still haven't watched the whole game of that.
But then just with the resume, the '86, you guys lose in the second round, and then it's Reggie and the Miracles in '87.
Yeah.
And you guys go to the final eight. So I mean, how was that whole experience, man? Obviously just win games like that, but also being on that level, but not being it like a Kentucky where y'all may have just been kind of treated regular.
Yeah, I mean, you had to love the game, man, and just go on with what you're going to do, because it was difficult to play at Georgetown, but the winning kind of got everything out of the way. It kind of blinded us from all of the madness that the program had, and but the guys came there. We worked hard, and we kind of with stuff on the outside, we all came together. We may not have liked each other in practice, but we kind of gelled together in games, and that was our commitment, to pretty much to ourselves. That we wanted to be good, and we came from different places, different programs, and we just wanted to go out there and win. We wanted to win. Before we even won a championship, I'm telling them, we're going to win this championship this year. Before we even got into the playoffs or whatever, I knew the type of team that we had.
That's because you was used to it, coming from down by Baltimore. Let's talk about that team a little bit. I mean, I know y'all practice had to be like very competitive.
Yeah, they were tougher than Georgetown practice, in the case that Bob Wade used like bricks and sandbags. So that was difficult. I mean, we ran sprints with bricks. We jumping jack, did all kind of exercises, and if your brick was cracked, you would really get in trouble. You had to get full 2 bricks in your hand. Some guys used to try to get to half a brick, because when we do drills and things with the bricks, Wade would come around and inspect to see if you had 2 whole bricks. It would be some trouble up in that house, man. So the practices was hard, and so the games was real easy. So we mad as hell because we got to practice, and then when we came out, we just took it out on everybody.
How many DC schools y'all played?
We played the Mather with Danny Ferry.
Y'all blew their doors off?
Oh yeah, we got them. Danny Ferry's still mad at me today. So Danny, if you out there, everything's cool. Everything's cool. We played McKinley. We played McKinley with Bill Martin and John Battle.
Okay.
We got them. They came over to Baltimore. We got them. So we didn't play a whole lot of DC schools. Yeah. And after that first year, we started traveling.
Y'all played Curl, I think, right?
We played Curl too with Derek Lewis. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We had a tournament over in Baltimore We played them. We got them too. You know.
Oh, we got them too.
Hey, look, 61-0 shit. Who didn't get got?
Everybody.
So,
What was the toughest games y'all had on that whole
we
stretch?
had a tough game in Johnstown tournament. We played the guy that went to Arkansas. He was from New York, Kenny. I forgot his name. And I had fouled out, and that's when Reggie Lewis kind of emerged. He came off the bench as a 6-man, and we won like 4. But that was a tough game.
Okay.
But we had another game in New York, at New York City College, that was back and forth. That's when we were getting threats. You know, Wingate going to the free throw line. People in the stands said, "Well, I'm gonna kill you after the game," trying to get him riled up or whatever. So that was a tough game we got out of there. But other than that, you know, it was like a smooth roll from there. Smooth roll.
So tell us a little more about your experience with Reggie Lewis, playing with him and him being a late bloomer.
Yeah.
Coming up in that prestigious program that y'all played in over at Baltimore.
Yeah. I think I helped Reggie to have that type of game. I'm kind of responsible for that because he used to kick his butt in practice every day. He had a quick step. He had a very good quick step, and he always could shoot the mid-range jump shot. But he didn't have a whole lot of opportunities with us, you know, because he came off the bench.
Yeah.
And he didn't have a whole lot of opportunities to display his ability on the court. But he, you know, I knew he was going to be a good player. You know, he picked the right school. You know, he went up, you know, Northeastern. You know, Calhoun was there looking for you know, a star to get him going. And Reggie was probably his first star. You know, I think he averaged like 27 points leading the league in the country.
He was cooking
up there. But he had skills, and he was late, just like you say, late bloomer. Yeah. He was coming on real strong into his untimely death.
Going first round.
Yeah, first round
lottery. We know that, but he went first round.
Your same draft.
Yeah,
so
that same
first time it ever happened in the history of the draft.
Three high school teammates went first round in the same draft. You and Munchie, lottery picks.
Yep.
So how was that process? Because I mean, now you know Reggie and the Miracles. You exceeded what Georgetown was perceived to have done that year. You know, your senior year, and I mean, you went 4th, so you couldn't have went too much higher than where you went. But I mean, so how was that process though? I mean, I know David Robinson went number 1, Armand, and then obviously Dennis Hobson. But
that was one and done back then. For real.
Yeah.
He was one and done.
Did you have like?
He was one and done.
Was there any thought of maybe one of those other teams before them?
Yeah, Phoenix was a possibility. Derek McKee. They looking at
who went behind you.
Yeah, they were looking at like a wing player, or they were looking at a wing type player. When they picked Armand Gilliam, it was a surprise. Went to Phoenix. Yeah, because you know, Walter Davis was still there, but he was in his later years, and so it would have been a perfect place for me to go to at that time. But when they drafted Armand, you know, I don't know why they did it, but they did it. But they were looking at McKee, Derek McKee, myself, and Hobson as the number 2 pick.
So then at number 3, Hobson. So again, is that a coin toss? Because
Hobson. I played small forward, right? Yeah. So I didn't play 2 guard. Hobson, they were looking for a guy who played 2 guard his whole career. So that's why they drafted him. But the guys like Buck Williams told me afterwards that they were pushing for me. To be the number 3 pick.
Jersey.
Jersey.
And who went number 5?
Scottie Pippen.
Scottie
Pippen
Pippen.
to Seattle.
Yeah, Scottie Pippen. And they made that trade with Olden Powell. They traded Olden Powell. Yeah, and Scottie, they made that trade.
Man, Reggie was the cooker man of that motherfucking G-Team.
I'm telling y'all, man. I must say, man, I mean, you're very... I've known you through the years.
You've been a
super humble guy. You know, we coached against each other.
Yeah.
Berlin Juco, played against each other overseas, obviously in Spain. It's just an honor, man, to have you kind of here. You got serious. I just look you up. We try to do our homework, but your accolades are ridiculous.
Thank you,
it's pretty ridiculous, man.
I remember first seeing them play up Georgia in a pickup game. You know, they go 5. Game go to 5 up that motherfucker. I go down. I was just happened to be up there with Smith one day, one brother. I'm like, man, this motherfucker had to have 5 out there 5. You know? No bullshit.
Funny you said
And
that.
I'm telling you, man, because I seen Sleepy Floyd do the same shit.
Yeah.
I go up there, motherfucker, I'm like, hold up, he had 5 out the 5. You know what I'm saying? Then guys from Baltimore, you know what I'm saying, like myself and Ernie Hall, all them guys you just talk about, Kirk Lee,
all those guys,
comparing Baltimore guys. And it's crazy because the wings over that joint. You got Reggie, you got, you know what I'm saying, Carmelo, Karcher. I mean, just guys just
Dwayne for real.
on that wing.
Rudy Gay
On,
from that
on that wing, just can get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? And then
Reggie Lewis.
I will always ask like guys like Mike Lord and them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like the young guys. You know what I'm saying? They got their picks, but the older guys be like, man, that motherfucker Reggie Williams, y'all motherfucker tripping. And like, can nobody stop that motherfucker? Like that motherfucker was like that. Like games I went as a kid. You know what I'm saying? When going to see my brother play as a freshman on your team at Georgetown, it was never a dull moment in the stands. Y'all go down 3 or 4. I like Reggie went this motherfucking shot. This shit. And this motherfucking baseline short J's, boom, anything.
That was my spot.
I'm like, man, this is a bad dude right here, man.
It's funny you say that, man. One time I was a freshman, incoming freshman. So we up there, you know, they got the closed gym. See Reggie in there, man. He got all the Andre Agassi Nike gear on. All the Andre Agassi Nike tennis gear with the little low-cut shoes, but he hooping though. Yeah. With the polo joint on. He killing everybody, right? So next day I come in the gym, right? I got on all my Nike stuff. I ain't got on my Georgetown stuff. John Thomas like, don't you ever wear that shit in here and work out again. I said, Reggie, he said, Reggie ain't here no more. I said, oh shit.
That's how it was
cooking,
up
man,
there,
the
man.
polo, man.
Crazy
Joint, man.
You had to act out. You had to act out for not going to Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
Nah,
All that discipline. I'm just saying, all that
just
discipline.
Yeah.
You gotta think about the discipline, man. Probably the dorms was probably crazy when y'all did that.
even the
Y'all thinking
dorms.
like y'all win the games, Joe. Like y'all going to the finals. Like,
I know.
And y'all living it
To the finals.
That's what I'm saying. Like finals. Like it's just crazy. Y'all probably like.
It was crazy.
Y'all was so humble, Joe. Y'all probably like. Kenny Skywalker, Kentucky, like probably rolling around the fucking rainbow.
I know.
Y'all out here like can't even get money for a bus pass, right?
Can't
You know
even
what I
get
mean?
enough money for a cheeseburger. Man.
Where you at, buddy?
Hey, look, that's humbling, man. You know what I'm saying?
It is, man. It is.
what you talking about,
I mean,
that,
that's what I'm saying, man. You had to have the love and that commitment, man, because you felt like that. Hey, we were like. It was like us against the world there. You know what I mean? Even in our own house, that we had to have that mentality.
Yeah.
That we was for ourselves, man, and try to make the best thing out of this thing. But just like you said before, you know, a small Catholic Jesuit school in the East, you know what I mean, came to prominence. And while you still got the Kentuckys and Carolinas, the big schools that had long history and tradition, man.
And don't forget the bag, David. Them fools give me that bag.
Yeah.
So y'all sacrifice a lot of
We
shit.
sacrifice even.
Yeah.
I talked to Charlie Moe, man. We doing all this damn winning, and we getting oodle the noodles on the bus for pregame meal. You know.
He said, y'all got that too? I said,
If you was hungry, you can ask for another box of oodle the noodles. That's when they first came out, man. I couldn't
Like
believe
I
it.
did tell Coach straight up, I need my meal money, man. I'm going home.
Hey, Pat, go on one of them NBA checks, man.
I'm going to
Get a bag up, man.
Nah, they probably got it catered now.
He just signed the top 100 yesterday.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's shout out to Pat.
We was on that bus, that Greyhound bus going to Cap Center, man.
Yeah, man. That's a
And
long ride.
we were eating oodle the noodles like it was steak and potato, man.
Hey, so look, so even when you did,
Man, Kentucky eating steak and potatoes. They eat potatoes.
serve and turn. Hey, serve and turn, yo, serve and
Getting
turn.
meal money all over the place.
Yeah.
So it's some meal money.
Man, that's crazy. So
Chicken wings and
Hey,
motherfuckers.
y'all all know y'all were pros. I guess y'all knew y'all were pros. Like why? I know now what the one and done wasn't in effect back then. I mean, Patrick is one of the best big men ever. I'm just trying to figure this out. These pros confined to that type of shit.
Yeah.
And you did 4 years of that.
4 years
like,
of that
did
thing,
y'all
man.
know, did y'all know y'all were pro? Like, did you know you was gonna be a multi-millionaire?
You know, you dream as a youngster, man. See, when I was coming up, I'm 53. I'm 53 now, and we used to look at pro basketball, and the only teams that came on was Philly and Boston, right?
Yep.
But the game was tape delayed, so they already didn't play that damn game, right? We're looking at there, so you know, we go out. I'm 11, 12 years old. After the game, we go to the rec center and say, you know, we call the rec center the Garden, the Spectrum, and everything. Man. So we grew up on that time, man, when you know, basketball wasn't even really a big thing. So we didn't really have dreams of going to the NBA. We didn't see commercials with people doing real well. You know, it just was professional.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Basketball. So man, I said, damn, one day we make them get there, man. No, not even talking about the money, because you know, they didn't even talk about the money back then. You know, I mean, we just was basically getting.
They talking about that shit now.
But we didn't have no aspirations of going pro ball, because that wasn't, you know, we were talking about being an engineer or doing something else, man. But that didn't come later till, you know, like I was like my sophomore, junior in college, where I said, damn, this is what I want to do. You know, so I just pursued that. That. You know.
Did anyone ever approach you?
Did a great job.
Talk about leaving early, or was that?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't heard of, man.
Back then, that shit wasn't even like what's going on back then.
It wasn't heard of at Georgetown.
It wasn't heard of at Georgetown, but you know, it wasn't heard of around the country, because
it wasn't heard of it.
Magic left out, and then Isaiah, and then the stuff started to roll from.
It wasn't heard of it. Georgetown was giving out meal money. These other motherfuckers giving out, Kentucky giving out bill money.
Yeah, I mean,
meal money and bill money.
Yeah,
that's a whole different. Yeah, that's a whole different level.
I tell you a story off camera.
Hey, but Reg, real like that. We all, I know a lot of people saying that story more. The Baltimore boys, man. How did you? Oh, that was off the chain. Off the chain. Like,
no, it's one.
They did a good job.
And I watched it like 2 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of flashbacks did that story give you just about that? Just being a part of that, a big part of that. Like, what kind of flashbacks from, you know, Bob Wade, or just playing with all them guys, man, Wingate, Muggsy. How do you feel about that at your age right now, in 53, to see all that footage and be like, damn, I was.
I haven't even seen that footage, man. It just showed me, you know, how good we were. You know what I mean, as a unit. Nobody cared about, you know, stardom and anything like that. And Wade ran a tight ship. He didn't have, you know, like prima donnas. That's, if you showed out a little bit, he didn't like that. You know, it always was team with him. That's why everywhere I went, even in professional basketball, I could have had a greater career in professional basketball, but because basketball came easy to me, and I really didn't have to, like, when they said, well, you shoot 500 shots and all that kind of stuff, working all this shit, it was natural to me. I can go in the gym, as long as if I was in shape, I could do anything. But when I got to pro ball, I really didn't work at it, because I said that, I wasn't thinking about no damn Hall of Fame and branding. That wasn't, when I came in the league, nobody did that. The only people who had a little contract, maybe Bird and Magic, had all the damn Converse, damn ass, and making all the money or whatever. So I didn't pursue it like that. But once later in my career, when I started to, say, fuck it, I'm going to start playing, I played well at the last end of my career. But early on, like when Scotty and them, shit, I'd say today I'm better than all them boys. They didn't have the skills that I had.
No, they
and
didn't.
So, I can look at myself now and I said, well, I held back, because I wanted to pass the ball and make a team. I thought the team was going to do it. Yeah. I wasn't selfish or going out there for myself, but I realized that pro basketball was a selfish game. And
that's tough, right?
It was selfish, so I kind of pulled back and say, well, I'm gonna be a team, because that's all I've been a part of is a team. I've been the best player, but it's always been about team. It wasn't about me being the star or being a Hall of Fame and things like that. So, and I look back at it, I still had a good career, and I haven't even expanded myself in pro ball like that. They haven't even seen the real Reggie Williams in pro ball. but I still had a successful 10-year career.
You put on that Nuggets team to beat knocked out that Seattle team, right?
Yeah, the Seattle team, yeah.
With my man Rodney Rogers.
Yeah, Rodney Rogers.
How was it being a part of that team? That's the first time that happened in NBA history.
Yeah, the number
How was that?
Be the number one. It was great, man. It
Who
was
coached
because
y'all?
we
Was
were
it Israel coaching y'all?
Yeah, Dan Issel.
Dan.
Yeah, Seattle, they beat us twice. They didn't beat us by a lot in Seattle. About 8-10, and then when they came to Denver, they didn't even check in the hotel. They just come off the plane and said, "We're gonna beat these motherfuckers, man, and we gonna go back home."
Oh, they ain't checking the hotel.
They ain't checking the hotel. They come in, and so we heard it all in the paper. Seattle ain't checking in. They just going to finish off the Nuggets, because they won 67 games. You know what I mean? They got Kemp, Garrett Payton, and Kendall Gill, and all them boys, Ricky Perry. They ain't check in, so they reading in a big old. They haven't checked in this hotel. They're coming in town, to go back home. So we kind of looking at that. Oh man, we young, we all young, but I'm the oldest one on the team. So we won that first game. Then everything started getting nervous. So they did check in after that. So after that we got 2-2. So everything started tightening up.
That's tough.
When we went out
when Tombo played with
when we went out there, man, everything was tight on them. Yeah, Robert Pack and them, man. And we didn't have nothing to lose. We're young. No, we didn't supposed to be there anyway.
Chris Jackson's with
Chris
Jackson.
You
was with him when he was doing some of the
He was Chris Jackson then, though.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Give us your greatest Chris Jackson story, man.
Oh, Chris didn't talk much, man. I saw him get 50 on somebody, man. All jump shots. I never seen it in my life. Somebody
he's a bad boy.
Get 50 points and not a layup, not a free throw. he didn't go to the free throw.
I seen him. Henry Harden did some shit like that.
Yeah.
I remember Mark Moore was
tough. He's playing that 3-on-3, man. He's still lighting them up.
Still very effective.
Yeah, he's still effective, man.
How was Europe? How many years were you in Europe?
I ain't doing the Europe thing. I went there, man. It was my 10th year. I got hurt. I was at New Jersey, and I was talking to my agent, and he said, "Well, go over to Europe and see how it is for a little while." I was over there 2 weeks, man. I brought my ass back.
Which was
I was over in Spain.
You was in Arese, right?
I was in Spain, up in some little place that didn't speak no English, man. The TV, you look at one channel all day. I'm looking at I Love Lucy every day, man. I was sick. I said, man, I can't do this. I can't do this.
I was there when you came.
Yeah, man, I brought my wife over there. They had a first class ticket, and she said she never saw Spain. I said, baby, come on over. And after that, Smitty was over there, so I felt a little comfortable. I said, I got my man, and he turned me on to drinking that daggone that wine drink, sangria, right? So we drinking sangria, eating pasta, and so
it was in Arese. Shout out to Arese.
So I was with this guy who played football. I forgot his name. And he said, Reg, you ain't gonna leave me, right? I said, no, I ain't leaving you. So me and my wife, we did the little town, And at night, 5 o'clock in the morning, man, I said, baby, I was packing my bag. My wife said, where you going, baby? I said, we getting the hell out of here. I ain't let nobody know I was gone. And then, they keep your passport. And my friend said, well, that's how they keep you there. And I kept on bugging them boys. I said, man, y'all gonna get my passport out. Oh, Reggie, we trying to get you registered and all that kind of stuff. Whatever they do. You know how they do it, right?
Yeah, they
delayed it, so they kept my passport a week. I'm saying, man, you give me my passport.
Luis. So the GM was Luis.
Yeah.
I played a bit.
Yeah,
Luis.
so they had.
Shout out to Luis.
I mean, it wasn't a lot of money. It was like $40,000, man. I said, y'all can keep that. I'm getting that money. Y'all can have that. I left that money there. Man. I said, y'all keep that little 40 G's. I was gone. They didn't know I was gone, so we spent a little time in Barcelona because my wife was into that porcelain stuff.
Yadro.
Yeah, Yadro stuff. So
shout out to Yadro and Valencia.
Yeah,
shout out to Spain.
That's right. That's right. So she said, babe, I'm coming over.
You gotta keep that 40 G's.
Hey, Curt, I said, y'all can have it, boy. You can have it. And then they paid you in cash, too.
Right, yeah.
Shout out
to that bag.
Yeah.
Shout out to that bag.
Yeah, I told him, they can keep that joint. Yeah, keep
so you
that.
A little Yadro game over and all that.
I went to Barcelona.
You said paying cash, you told him to keep it.
Yeah, I told him to keep it. Y'all can keep that, man. I'm getting out of here. So that was the end of that. I was there 2 weeks, man. I ate good. I mean, that was the only stretch that I never had fried food. They don't, fried food is pasta, chicken.
The
You know what I mean?
shrimp,
Yeah.
the shrimp.
That's how you do it, man.
With the garlic, the shrimp,
Yeah.
with the garlic,
With
with the bread and all that.
With the black guy there who speaks fluent Spanish.
Yeah, Howard.
Yeah, Howard. Yeah, Howard speaks.
It was my team.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man Howard. Yeah.
And what his name, Purdy or something like that.
Paris McCurdy.
He was still there.
With the Ball State. Yeah, Paris
with
McCurdy.
the Ball State.
Yeah.
Y'all played in the same league or same?
I was in the same,
When I left,
league, the ACB.
he came in. Yeah.
Because Smith was over there too. Shout out to
Smith was over there. Yeah. Smitty was there.
We tapped that ass.
And
Pause there.
I would have been gone.
No blue.
No blue. We tapped
That's
that
the
ass.
first no blue tonight.
Yeah, I would have left before that if Smitty wasn't there. Smitty kind of carried me over a little bit. You know what I mean? And so Smitty said, "Brad, I'm used to this, man. You want to go out and do this and that." So I didn't know anything about playing overseas, but Smitty had experience, so that kept me there, longer than I wanted to be, man.
So man, y'all can keep that motherfucking 40. Fucking wrong with y'all. Yeah. But I'm saying, how many motherfuckers that you next to me, I'll keep that 40. You know what I'm saying? That's what this motherfucker was bad. Like, name on the I got in a heated, not a heated, but it's a little debate about freshmen basketball, college basketball. You know what I'm saying? Who had great freshman careers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, of course, our shit today gonna be the Mellows, the Carmelo Anthony, the Central. Yeah. So Beasley, I'm like, Reggie Williams. They're like, oh man, I said, look that shit up. National championship, MVP, all that shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
He did it on a loaded team.
But, right, and did it
with the number one.
Did it with some bad motherfuckers on that team. And a great ass team. I said so. There's no way y'all can't tell me that this motherfucking name ain't coming up in this greatest freshman year shit.
It's like what you said.
You know what I'm saying?
If he'd have did that now,
he got NBA.
Oh, one and done.
First pick in the draft.
One and done.
First pick.
Trying to tell you.
First pick in the draft.
I'm like,
that's how stuff changed.
We was up
the course of history would have been changed though, man, because like Georgetown, technically y'all probably wouldn't have did all that because Patrick would have played 1 year but have gone.
Yeah.
You came in when your wing would have get everybody would have.
But it's still
the beauty of it. I know. I'm just saying the beauty of it. Y'all did.
We're talking about a certain circumstance.
No, I'm just talking about in a motherfucking debate. When motherfuckers
this pound for pound
saying, yeah. I'm talking about that type of shit. And walk out there with that motherfucking win.
Coming off the Dunbar shit, though. You know what I'm saying? Coming off the Dunbar shit and the national and all that and didn't lose a game.
I'm like, y'all
that's kind of crazy.
Tripping.
But then even your sophomore year.
They caught up into the younger stuff now. You know what I mean? They forget about,
But my whole thing is like,
who did that thing?
Yeah, this motherfucker, who the fuck don't know about Reggie Williams, though? I mean, it's like, sometimes...
Then you got kind of famous because you two-piece my man, Chuck Everson.
Yeah, Chuck.
So what happened? So this your sophomore year.
Yeah,
so
we run it off.
So the first half. Yeah, so
at halftime, Chuck was too close to me. You know what I mean? And plus, see, I'm a humble guy, but I'm a city guy.
Yeah.
I don't want people all up on me, right? So I had, had a little meanness about me anyway. You know what I mean? I'm slim, but I ain't take no trash, right? So Chuck was all up on me. They laughing and they close, and he just was on me, and I just kind of pushed him off me. Yeah, but Chuck is cool today, man. He said, "Red man, they making a big thing out of that thing, man. They just wanted to make a whole lot of, at that time because we were looked upon as, the bad guy,
the villain.
Yeah, the villain. Yeah. So
you got a black coach.
Yeah, anything we did,
all black team.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah. So
man,
it wasn't no big deal. It wasn't no big deal.
So was this the third time or the fourth time y'all played in that year?
That was we played them twice. See, Villanova, we always went nick and tuck. You know what I mean? They came down to Capital Center, beat us a couple of times.
That's Pickney in there, right?
And we went up there and beat them on at the Spectrum. You know what I mean? So it's always been close. They had
and McLean,
St. John's and Syracuse, was our rivals,
yeah,
but
and
Villanova was our rivals
the white McLean.
Really, because they always played us tough.
The white
I mean, we knew we were gonna beat
the pony.
Syracuse and St. John's, but Villanova because Pat couldn't guard Pickney. You know what I mean? Because Pickney was like a 4 playing 5. So if Pickney was quicker to the punch than Patrick, that's what happened in that championship game. He kind of...
Did y'all sleep on that? Y'all was such a heavy fan.
No, we didn't sleep on it.
I mean, was it...
Man, they shot
We didn't sleep on
85%.
I mean, they
Man, them motherfuckers shot.
Back then there was no shot clock.
Harold Jensen.
They
Harold Jensen.
They held the
Harold
ball.
Jensen,
That's the best I've seen him play.
Yeah, they held the ball.
Villanova.
They held the ball and then they didn't shoot much in the second half. They shot 8 times and made 6. So that 80% is kind of
It's skewed.
yeah. So they held the ball. That was their plan. That's the only way they could beat us. With a shot clock, we'd have ran them out the gym.
Yeah.
But they didn't. But they played a hell of a game, man. You know what I mean? They did their game plan. You know, they couldn't go up and down that court with us. They had to slow it down, run some of that clock, and make the game shorter. And it was to their benefit because they hit the shots that they took. You know what I mean? But I was talking earlier that I was still hurt. My ankle, I had hurt myself, sprained my ankle in the Elite 8 against Georgia Tech.
Okay.
Came back to Final Four, still gave St. John's 20, but I tweaked it again. So I'm icing it all night, and I still wasn't.
So that's Mark Price.
Yeah,
Bruce
John Sally and all them boys.
Yeah,
Yeah. They had a good team.
So that's crazy.
Yeah.
You go through that gauntlet.
Then
St. John's.
Bruce
Dalrymple.
Damn.
I remember all them boys, right? So I had like 10 early with the Villanova game, feeling good. Said, shit, I'm about getting 20. So we gonna win this thing, right?
Tom Hammond.
So
Dwayne Ferrell.
Thompson had took me out, and so I'm begging. I'm saying, Coach, put me back in the game. He had Billy Martin on the wing. Billy don't play the wing. Billy didn't handle the ball that well. He wasn't a great passer. He played on the baseline. And so I'm telling them, plays before, Coach, put me back in the game. I feel better. I'm good. And soon as Billy got that ball and drew that hard foot, right, that changed the momentum of the game. So they got, Villanova momentum, and then they started to play well, and then they started to hold the ball, hitting shots and holding the ball. So, I was begging Coach to put me back in there, but he was hard-headed.
I got a question for you real quick. You was at Georgia from what, 82?
83 to 87.
83 to 87.
Yeah.
Give me, including yourself, just so you the lockdown small 4, you the lockdown 3.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your 1, 2, 4, and 5.
That's positions all time at Georgetown?
Since you played there.
Oh, since I played.
That you played on your teams.
Let's see. On my team, the
years you've been there.
You mean
The years you've been there. Just the years you've been there.
The years I've been
You
there.
the 3.
I'm the 3. Okay.
Yeah. And
okay.
just boom.
Or just do that error.
Yeah. Just
83 to 87.
Yeah.
Like you said.
You the 3 though. The 3 we got our 3 now.
Yeah.
We got Reggie Wins at the 3.
Even though Smith came on 89.
We got Reggie Wins at the 3.
Got you.
Say who
was he
played with?
Yeah, teams he played on. Guys he played.
Okay, so they could be the freshman or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
I got you. Okay.
It don't fucking matter.
I got you.
I have
You the 3 though. So we need a 1 or 2,
yeah,
a
Patrick
4 and
5,
5.
I'm 3.
Automatic.
Sleepy played before me. Sleep. I will say
No, who played on your team?
on my team.
Between 83 and 87.
83,
Yeah,
87. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
On your
it
team.
had to be your
Yeah,
class. but
83,
just-
87.
On your team.
Okay.
You Patrick automatics. It's
Yeah.
5.
I say Wingate 2.
We
I
ain't
say
gonna-
Wingate 2.
We ain't gonna play the 2?
Yeah, Wingate, you talking about as ranking them.
No. Position wise.
Yeah, so you're the best point guard you played with, the best
Okay.
shooting guard, power forward.
Probably
You the 3.
The 3, okay.
You
Patrick
3.
the
The
5.
3
On my
locked
time,
down.
Yeah,
You
on
the
my
3,
time, I
Patrick
say,
the 5.
yeah.
Pat, you on automatic 5.
I say Gate 2.
Gate play 2.
And I would say,
So we got Pat and Gate. All right.
I say between, I'm going to say between,
We need a 4, man. We need a
Before?
5-4. We need a 5. We need
well,
a 5-4.
I have to give Michael Graham.
No doubt
Gotta give
about
him-
it. That's all
I
I'm
gotta
waiting
give Michael
on.
Graham the 4.
That's all I'm waiting on.
Yeah.
No bull. Because that was your 4-5 in the
And
championship.
he could have started, but he, Thompson
And
with
you need
the
one.
experience.
You just need one.
Well, the one during my time will be,
Game.
it would be Jackson,
Michael
Smitty.
Jackson.
Michael
I say
Jackson.
Smitty,
Mike Jackson. See,
Mike Jackson and your brother,
Yeah.
Smitty.
I think that
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Smitty.
I kind of already answered. I knew what you was going to say.
say
Uh-huh.
Mike
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm thinking like back when I used to go to the games, I'm like, damn.
Mike Jackson.
Back, I knew
Jackson was solid, boy.
Patrick Ewing and Michael
Yeah,
Graham was automatic.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson was so
Michael
solid.
Jackson, so he the Omen J when you need that money.
Every time.
He's in the game over.
Every
boom.
time.
Smooth with it.
He never missed a time to
He
jump.
was never
I don't
rushed,
think
man.
he ever missed a time to jump.
He was
ever.
always under control.
That's why I think. That's why I
Mike
think
Jackson
what
was
Georgetown
always
did back
under
then. I think Thompson put together good teams. that didn't have a chance to showcase their individual talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a knock on it.
A team.
Yeah, a great
that's
team.
that's what I was telling
You know what
Charlie
I'm saying?
before we.
Who's your two guard though?
I said Wicked.
Yeah.
See the team thing.
That's a good ass team.
Like just like Thompson, kind of Dean Smith was his mentor.
Mm-hmm.
And you can look at Carolina program. Those guys that were
the
stars
ball.
later on, they wasn't.
They shared the ball. Team.
Yeah, it was
All
team.
about team.
He preached team. Like James Worthy could have been better. He could have averaged more than 13. MJ could have averaged more than 13. And even before
Perkins
you know what I mean? You got Walter Davis there. You got Phil Ford. All those guys played as a team. So that's where Thompson learned that.
You said Walter Davis name twice. I think you probably was watching this motherfucker back in the day. Like, he a bad motherfucker like you was.
Who's that?
Walter Davis.
Oh, well, Walter Davis. I love Walter Davis.
I'm listening, all right? And then I'm thinking I'm going to play. That's what I'm saying. Walter Davis is a bad motherfucker. Walter Davis was a bad motherfucker.
Did he ever miss a jump shot?
Man,
did he ever miss a jump shot?
Did
he ever miss a jump shot?
I don't know.
Yeah, but Walter Davis, when I went to Denver, he was there as a sixth man.
Okay.
And
Joe Holmes.
Paul Westhead was there. And so when I first got there, it was just get a ball to Walter Davis. Everybody else clear out. I mean, he was 35 then and still was cooking. You know what I mean?
So you played with him?
Yeah.
Oh man.
No blue.
Yep.
No blue.
Yeah. I played with him.
A couple people on here, about 4 people asked, who's your toughest matchup in college?
Toughest matchup?
Like who gave you
Who you had to worry about? You got to play, you know.
I just want to about nobody.
Nobody, really.
Who's Syracuse? I'm trying to think. Who was?
Well, Raphael Addison. Syracuse played the damn zone. You can't. I mean, we playing man to man. They go.
Shout out to Sherman Douglas.
Yeah. Shout out to Lawrence Moat.
Shout out to Zone Man.
Shout out to Billy Owens.
Yeah,
no defense.
Yeah, them boys.
They get buckets. They don't
Rest in peace, Conrad McCray.
Yeah, they play that damn 2-3 zone, man.
Ronnie Cycling.
And so, you know, the other guys, you know, it wasn't no other, you know, small forward like Willie Glass.
St. John's.
Yeah, he used to try to get after me, you know, when they, you know, when I catch the ball.
Yeah. What about Chris Mullin though?
Chris Mullins, he couldn't do nothing with me, man.
He was slow foot.
Yeah, slow foot. He had quick hands.
He was slow
Chris
foot.
had, he would give you numbers though.
Now,
you know,
what about them St. John's Georgetown matchups, man?
They were mean, man.
Oh yeah, man.
They were tough.
Mark Jackson. What's the other point guard? They had Moses. Edward Moses.
Yeah, I forgot his name too, man.
Mark Jackson.
So Mark Jackson, yeah, because he was
Boo Hop
in your draft.
Boo Hop, yeah. He was nice.
Yeah, they were classic matchups. That was the Big East at the best. You know what I mean?
So on the defensive end, who'd you have to?
Off the chain.
All those guys, Addison, those guys, Addison.
Raphael Addison was nice. Wendell Alexis, Raphael Addison.
Wendell Alexis was a cookbook.
Did you play Leo Rollins?
He
might be a little before you. He was before me. He was Pat freshman. He was Pat year. Yeah. He was a senior. I think when Pat was a freshman.
What Raphael Addison do against y'all?
No, he played well. He was a shooter. He wasn't a dribbler, but he spot shoot. You know what I mean? He was gonna hit them shots like that. I mean, he did well. Yeah, that was his game.
He used to get a bucket too, right?
Yeah, he played 4.
Hell
you know
He
was like that hybrid 4 that could kind of play on the floor a little bit.
He kind of looked like the Grant boys how they played. You know what I mean? Like what's the one with the Syracuse?
Yeah,
the young Grant.
OKC right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like
they got a nickname. Call him. Oh man, I can't think of his name.
He kind of similar to one of Harvey's sons.
Okay.
They played at Syracuse. His game.
St. John's matchups was tough, man.
Yeah, they were tough. I mean, Chris, you know, he would get that shot off, man. I mean, he run through all those picks and things like that, and he could shoot off them, man.
Then they had the crazy dudes in the post. What the guy played with Bulls for a while.
Walter Berry,
and the one the white boy played with
bad.
Whittington,
the big white boy,
Whittington played with St. John.
With St. John,
he was St. John.
With St. John, Whittington went there.
That motherfucker Walter Berry was special though.
Walter Berry was good.
Walter Berry was all of it.
Yeah.
Walter Berry was tough.
He was tough, yeah. He was awkward and he could get his shot
with that left
hand.
Yeah. He was tough
and
as shit.
You know, he be hitting them shots, laughing and all that stuff.
So who was the layups? So what was the layup? Like, what was the easy teams? Like, what UConn was garbage back then. Like, who was the team
UConn, Providence, Seton Hall. They were bottom dwellers. They were bottom dwellers. Yeah, UConn came a long way, man, from where they started.
Once I got to school, that's when they got good.
Yeah, UConn was,
Cliff Robinson and them cats.
Who the best college basketball player you ever seen play?
Aside from Patrick. How about that?
You talking about anybody?
I was gonna say aside.
I thought, anyone?
Yeah.
Probably
Magic Bird?
Yeah, Isaiah was
great answers.
Isaiah was a beast as a freshman, man.
Indiana,
yeah, and sophomore when they won it.
Yeah.
I knew he was going out of there, getting out of there.
Did you go to any All-American camps? With the Nike?
We went to Nike wasn't around. It was either BC and Georgia and Five Star.
You went to Five Star? Who was at Five Star?
Five Star was shit.
Pearl, all those guys. Pearl was there.
Pearl was terrible.
It was a bunch of the guys who I used to forget their daggone names, man. But the guys who was in my class.
Pearl that good?
Pearl was good. Pearl, they call him Pac-Man. He had a little Pac-Man necklace. And you play that Five Star when they up in those mountains, Hansdale.
Yeah.
Be cold as hell, man. Your hands be cold, and you still got to play. Pearl used to, steal the ball from the weaker guys. That was his defense. He didn't play great defense, but he could get his hands in there and then go down there. He was doing his little dribbling and all that kind of stuff.
Muggsy was nice. How good was Muggsy?
Yeah, Muggsy was tough. Now, Muggsy was 6'3", man. It'd be awful. I mean, but he kind of revolutionized that little man game, man.
Yeah, that he got no small guy.
Yeah,
shit.
He was tough. Muggsy. You couldn't post him up even in the Pro Bowl. They didn't even try to post him up. It was one month.
I never understood that shit.
It was
why
one
they
bit. You never post him up, man.
I guess you didn't. You the only one.
They wouldn't post him up. They was afraid of Muggsy, man. They would not post him up, man.
Hey, so you found it easy to post him up, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, just on the block. I'm saying that was my inspiration.
Though, Bone.
Muggsy was must see TV for me.
Right.
Being a small guy, them H&M on Channel 20 back in the day.
Yeah.
Raycom Sports, I'm white
Force. Had that,
I gotta tune into Muggsy.
So when you went to that game, you went in there knowing you was going to post him up the whole game.
Yeah, I'm just because I studied his whole game. Muggsy is actually one of my favorites ever at that position, that point guard position. Because it's incredible
what he did at his side.
This little motherfucker, man.
Y'all didn't see him in high school, man.
I seen him.
It was ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. This was crazy, man.
You could not bring that ball up half court. You could not bring that ball up, especially, man. We went to Camden. They had Billy Thompson, the '1 player. This was my junior year.
Okay, yeah.
And we went to Camden. And all Milt had went to Louisville, but they still was stacked up. They running 6'9", 6'7" cross, and so we in our warm-up, get ready to call the names out. So Muggsy got out there, the whole gym started laughing. Kevin Walls was a freshman or something. Kevin Walls. So they laughing at Muggsy, right? I said, okay. Little fella. I said, they laughing at you, man. I said, but I know by the end of this game, they going to be crying. Mm-hmm. Man, Kevin Walls, man, that's why that boy couldn't even do shit in Louisville. Muggsy done tore his ass up. That beat Mugg put on him, man, it was ridiculous, man. But he was a dynamite.
Nah, that little motherfucker was mean.
And then didn't have to score a point. Couldn't shoot. Had an ugly jump shot. By the time he got in college and pros, he started getting that release.
Knocking that little short.
Yeah, little short jump. Yeah, but in high school, he wouldn't even shoot.
Dominated the game without scoring.
Without scoring a point.
That's the bullshit. That's what a lot of people don't realize when people start like knowing who Muggsy was. Like I'm just as far as myself, just seeing Muggsy, man, just his appearance was like, you know what I'm saying, like just basketball, like just that little motherfucker that coach didn't turn down and said you too small. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't him in particular, just anybody like. He started that you ain't never too small. 5'3".
Right.
5'3", first round draft pick in the NBA. Lottery pick. I'm like, he set the tone for that. And I actually don't think Muggsy get enough credit for that shit. Shorty was mean, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, from all what I hear, they say his teammates love him. Like, Shorty, they take care of Shorty, man.
I mean, you 5'3" and you starting in the NBA.
Right, that's crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Every team you play.
I mean, he played 15, 16 years, man. Yeah. You know, at 5'3". You know what I mean? That's amazing.
And effective.
Yeah, effective. Yeah, not
you ain't no crowd favorite because you short. You effective on the court.
On the court, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You are very effective on the court. That's man. I definitely always looked at Muggsy just for that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That alone, man.
Bad boy, man. Bad boy, man.
Then you gave him 55, huh?
We went at it. I don't talk numbers.
We don't play the coalition.
Yeah,
coalition. Yeah. How old are you, Curt? How old are you?
I'm 46.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Muggs, he was in the league at the time.
He was in the league, yeah.
Don't get it fucked up, Reggie.
I'm just saying that man, he was old. He was old.
Oh, yeah.
Reggie, don't get it fucked up. Hey, Reggie, don't
my man was old, man.
No, Reggie. He was in full black. Don't get it fucked up.
I was old.
We gonna say I was young.
What you give him?
Yeah, I mean,
double nickel.
Not all on him, not double nickel.
I mean,
You gave him something, right?
Yeah, like 39.
I might have gave him his height. I might give him 5'3".
Oh,
5'3".
I gotta call Muggs. I'm gonna call Muggs.
Give my man the shot. I love that motherfucker. Good
Even
guy.
when he's in town, I'm gonna see him when he come in town.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's my man right there. No bullshit. No bullshit. Good motherfucker, man. Yeah, but I mean, y'all got a nice crop down there. Ernie Graham, to me, that's the first motherfucker I ever in Baltimore that.
Yeah.
Then I just skip Wise or whatever. But
he should have made it. Skip, they should have made it. But Skip, if he'd have played at least another year down in Clemson, you know, he would have been there. You know, the team when they went to the ABA, they folded that year. Yeah, I think it was 7.
Is he the best? Who you think the best ever to come out of Baltimore?
I don't know. That's tough.
Say you, motherfucker. What the fuck?
I'm gonna say I'm one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was like different basketball games. You know, I don't like to say who the best. But I'm one of them. I'm mentioning that.
Well, let's go to what about the top 5? What's the top 5? How about that?
Top 5.
We know you in there.
Well, I didn't get the early gumball players. There was a couple good players, but Ernie, myself, Skip, Wingate, Muggsy.
Mello not up there?
Mello up there. Mello. I'm just going down. Yeah, Mello, those guys. So there's a bunch of guys, yeah.
No Cassell?
Yeah, Cassell, that's my man, Cassell. Yeah, but Sam didn't have the high school career that we had. You know what I mean?
Ain't nobody had that shit. Y'all must have some national shit. Ain't nobody had that shit.
They got documentary shit.
Yeah, y'all got 30 shit.
Boys got, you know, kind of got better afterwards or whatever. But they, you know, Sam, he made all Met. You know, he wasn't on the greatest team that number, but he made all Met. And then he started work, you know, with JUCO and things like that.
But that's what I'm trying to get. Motherfuckers got Reggie fucked up though. This motherfucker went up that motherfucker and ripped that shit up.
You real wild man to do. This kind of off the cuff question, but like, have you ever, like in sports, so in your career, high school, 13 and under, whatever, have you ever cried over a game, be it tears of joy or the agony of defeat? Have you ever cried? Like, any game that just like devastated you so crazy that you actually like cried, or that you won that you thought you just like damn and cried because you won the game, or never?
No, I've probably been more upset coaching.
Okay.
That
will make you cry.
How was that transition from being a player that you are to coaching kids is not on the same page as you?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to be as good as you, but
yeah, I didn't mind that.
I've been there as well.
I didn't mind that. I was, you know, I'm about teaching. You know, that's my biggest thing. Is about teaching the guys, you know, the fundamentals. I said if you have great fundamentals, you can be, you know, your career lasts longer if you have fundamentals. That was my biggest thing. You know, when I became coach at High Point, it started changing, you know, because they didn't care what you did before, your accolades, whatever. They didn't give a damn. They just wanted why my kids are not playing. Yeah. He's not good. You know what I mean? That's why he's not playing.
So that's
so I went through that.
So that's the second part of the question.
Yeah, I went through that, man.
So how does it feel to coach inferior players? I mean, typically, you know, obviously you got your career, and people. When I say inferior, I mean like not at a high level. Mm-hmm. Be it JUCO. You know, we used to liken it to like Gilligan's Island. Sometimes you're in JUCO, and you know, the nostalgia of running your own team is one thing, but then after you realize, like, wow, I may never get out of here. Well, this ain't the springboard like Maryland JUCO, so like you almost feel like you're on Gilligan's Island, you're never gonna get off. So like, I guess coaching inferior, you know, guys
who you got
academically flawed,
athletically
flawed. How was that?
I coached. I mean, my whole high school career was pretty much like that. I coached Jericho. I mean, it was a laughing stock. I got them to be good. You know what I mean? So I don't mind that. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep taking jobs that, you know, you got to rebuild. I mean, that's hard. I mean, then you know, your record is, you know, all those losses and things like that, but you're still helping the kids.
Right.
You know, so when I went there, I improved that program. Even the one at a high point, we won playoff games that they hadn't won. And when I went up to Curl, you know, the program was down. And, you know, I was up there, I was recruiting real good, some decent players, but I didn't have the support. You know, I wanted to beat Gonzaga and DeMatha, you know what I mean? But I just didn't have a player or two to get them suckers, man.
You had a lot of Division I guys.
Yeah, I had some
later on.
Yeah. But I had applied for the job the year before I got it. They hired Michael Adams. They should have hired me, and I'd have had that team prepared to win that next year.
There, what, 1 year?
Yeah, 1 year. Yeah. See, it was between me and him or whatever when I heard, you know, through the AD. And Michael went there just because he wanted his son to play. You know, his son sat on the bench up at McNamara, and so he got into coaching to get his son on the team. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing that. I wanted to win.
Right.
I wanted to win. Mm-hmm. So the players didn't have them do. I thought I could get the players good enough to where they could be competitive, and with one or two, you know, real good players, you know, could make a move.
So your son followed you at Georgetown, right?
Yeah, he wanted. He got a little let up Syracuse. I told him don't go to Georgetown. I said because JT3 wasn't going to play him.
Right.
And I said you would have had a better chance. I mean, even, you know, Syracuse, they only played like 6, 7 guys. Right. I said you would have got a little time, you know, 10, 12 minutes or something like that, you know, being the player that he was. But I told him don't go there, and but he wanted to follow me. Mm-hmm. He wanted to follow me.
Did Syracuse recruit you out of high school?
Yeah, Syracuse. Boeheim came to the house.
Boeheim
came to the house. Yeah. He's a good guy. You know.
Who's at UCLA at the time? Larry Brown?
Larry Brown, yeah. Larry Brown. Wow. Larry Brown was there. Yep. How you remember that, man?
Yeah.
But they was recruiting me. See, if I'd have went there, Reggie Miller would have never got there. Mm. You know what I mean?
So these guys you went ahead of in the draft. You talking about Reggie Miller went way behind you?
Yeah.
That nigga couldn't fuck with no Reggie Williams. Fuck you talking about?
But see, later on, so Reggie, you know, he went to a perfect team. He came off the bench. He learned from some veterans and things, right? I didn't come to the Clippers only had won 12 games when I got there. They were terrible. But when we were going for the this international, I think it was we supposed to have played in Spain. We was trying out all the best players in the country. We went to Colorado to play for the World Games or something like that.
Okay.
Reggie Miller wanted my shoes. You know what I mean? You know the Hoyas when they were out. You know, I signed his shoes. You know, my shoes. You know what I mean? So you know, Ronnie Cycli was my roommate. But all those guys were there. Armand Gilliam, I think David Robinson was out there, and I made the team. But I had hurt my foot, my toe. I had injured my toe, so I didn't go. Muggsy made the team, and it was like Kenny Smith was there. It was loaded.
That 87 draft was crazy. Kenny Smith, Scottie Pippen, Gilliam.
Scottie wasn't even hurt.
Olden Pollard had a good career.
Scottie wasn't even
hurt. How many Hall of Famers?
Scottie just popped up.
How many Hall of Famers though? How many Hall of Famers?
Do y'all know how many Hall of Famers? He went before Scottie.
David Robinson was a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen was a Hall of Famer.
I mean, just for real, like that's
Reggie Miller's a Hall of Famer.
Reggie Miller.
Damn, that's 3 Hall of Famers right there.
That's still good out of class, though. That's still good out of class.
I'm just saying in general, like to have your name on them guys, man. A lot of people don't even know. Even though you're a Baltimore guy, you moved to DC. You know what I'm saying? Just in general, like, just like I seen the rack of Georgetown games, and this is the thing that kind of bothers me a lot about our local fans. You know what I'm saying? They don't recognize these same guys. You know, and I really mean that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Reggie's one of the originals that put that shit on the map.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to come to a game and
the resume is crazy though.
Walk around the arena and don't know.
Yeah,
kids
I don't make no noise. I don't make no noise. I don't make no noise.
That's what I'm saying. It's so humble.
It doesn't bother me.
That's like you on the court
like my own
way.
school don't even acknowledge it.
And that's
you know what I mean?
Think about this, man.
McDonald's
All-American, number one player in the country.
Yeah, because I
number one high school player in the country.
Yeah.
Georgetown. Yeah. I mean, damn, you go to Final Four.
Yeah, lead eight.
Second round, lead eight.
I mean, that was just
damn, dog.
Hold on, high school championship.
That's what I'm saying.
Final Four. How many guys ever did that?
Think about the run. That's what I'm saying. They're the number 4 pick.
Yep.
Man, that shit's crazy.
And to like, you know, to put the whole shit to rest. To be honest with you, the first guy that we had outside of DC or PG County to come on the show.
Yeah.
That's how much respect that I have.
And the most decorated
for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom. You know what I'm saying? I like stories from my brother back in the day, like, I was like, man, Red, this man, nigga don't miss. I'm like, who the fuck you talking about?
That's my roommate.
You know, I'm like, who you talking about? Now, first, I like, that shit was crazy.
It was crazy. Like, I never was a Georgetown fan. It's crazy. I was always really like a Maryland fan.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. We always
by default, there's just Len Bias was the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Reggie in the Maryland.
Okay, I went to Villanova and all that, whatever. But like, the crazy thing was, but though, 87, that 1 year. Damn, I wanted y'all to win that. It was just that whole theme, the whole Reggie and the Miracles.
Providence, Kansas.
Providence, we had beat them.
This was so crazy. So you lost to a Big East team. So
I mean, 2 Big East teams, man. You know, because you play those teams, they you know, they're in your conference. They know you, and you know that's. I didn't like that part.
Hard to be the team 3 times.
Yeah, because
no bullshit.
We had we were 2-1 with Providence. I didn't want to see the Big East team because they play us. You know what I mean? They're in our conference. They know us. Yeah. You know, anybody else, we get them.
You didn't expect them to beat that team. Who did they beat?
Who's that?
To play y'all in Kentucky that year.
Who did Providence beat?
Was that Donovan and them?
Yeah, Donovan and them. Yeah, they wasn't a great team. They wasn't a great team. It wasn't a great team. Yeah, they did beat somebody.
He was a great high school player too.
Yeah,
Delray Brooks.
Because they weren't expected to be there.
Yeah, they weren't expected to be there. No.
They got blown out in the Final Four.
Yeah, who beat them? That Indiana got them? Because Indiana wound up
winning. Was it Steve Alford, right?
Yeah, Indiana was undefeated that year, right?
They ended up beating Syracuse, right?
They beat Syracuse that year.
Hey, look, he was in UNLV.
Yeah,
Syracuse, UNLV was supposed to be in the championship where they was balled.
87 was a good draft, though.
Yeah.
That's 87 was a real good draft, man.
But you got to think that
even the second round, Brad Lowhouse.
Yeah. Keith Smart hit that shot.
Yeah, hit that shot. Yeah.
Did y'all beat that? Y'all beat that Syracuse team that year?
Yeah, we always beat Syracuse. We always beat Syracuse. In my 4 years, we beat Syracuse a lot. We beat Syracuse.
Who gave y'all the most problems? What team could you say, like?
I said the Villanova teams.
Okay.
Because we always went 1-1.
Villanova and St. John's.
But Villanova, they would Villanova didn't start winning Big East tournaments till recently.
Right,
through that stretch, you know, they always had good teams, but they couldn't beat nobody in the Big East tournament.
St. John's?
Right.
St. John's would get it here and there if we wasn't in there. If we wasn't in the championship, St. John's.
It always seemed like it was Georgetown, Syracuse, the same.
All the time. Yeah, that's what it was.
It was always Georgetown.
It was that.
Georgetown won that shit a lot.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you what's up, JT, my man, big homie. I'm gonna tell you what I seen last night at Midnight Match at Georgetown, and it was like, to me, it just brought back memories, man, because I can't remember since last night just going up there watching. Like, we had 2 kids, man, from inner high. You know what I'm saying? Not, and I'm gonna go a little further than that, just from a fucking public school.
Northeast, both same.
You know what I'm saying? You got the boy from Easton. You got Antoine Walker from Woodson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think way back the early 80s, man, you got these guys public school, Reggie Williams, Wingate. You know what I'm saying?
Would have been.
Then you get, right, that's what I'm saying. Then you got Emmy Jones, Billy Mark, all them guys, public school guys, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, last night, that was probably the greatest moment I had as far as being a part of watching Midnight Match at Georgetown I seen 2 public school kids, man, that you ain't seen that shit in a long ass time. Especially 2 inner city kids. You ain't seen that shit in a long ass time. You go back, man. You go back. You got Anthony Jones, Billy Martin.
The whole Georgetown was inner city. Even
Baltimore,
right.
DC. Inner city.
That's how we started our program over there, man.
Many inner city public school guys, man.
So you
Wingate. You got Michael Graham and all them guys on public inner city public schools. Last night was my first time seeing that shit in a long ass time.
A lot of those guys, Smitty.
You ever notice something too though? That the kids from the inner city gotta do 1 year prep before they get there now?
I agree. Yeah. No doubt about that. But
that's what disheartens me.
But at the same time though.
Why you can't go in there on the same merit?
Because I get what you're saying, and I agree with you 100,000%. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of the fact that this is my opinion, and they ain't got to take it. They can take how the fuck they want to take it. All right, well, you got to do this before you get where we at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then when you
lose them.
Then when you get to where you at, then it's a competition level between Villanova. Motherfucking St. John. Now we got to compete with them.
Yeah.
Let's just get them out right from where they at.
Look,
like you used to back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
What do we have to do to get you qualified?
Exactly.
Let me talk to your person. But dog, the high criteria is so high.
That's what they did with us.
Think with Georgetown right now,
the criteria,
Brainiac school.
But what you got to keep with what you also.
Brainiac school that costs $70,000 a year.
All that school.
Thompson still got. I mean, they did a hell of a job. I mean, we were good students. I mean, we wasn't no brainiacs. You know what I mean?
Good students. We knew what to do.
He got Pat Ewan in there. He got myself. I mean, he got us in there. You know what I mean?
Right.
We did a little program in the summertime.
But the thing,
same thing they
the
do
little program,
there. They still do
and so, you know, put you on par. You finish that
Charles
program, man, and you go right on in.
And
But now it's a little different.
The shit is so crazy,
But
right?
this shit is hard.
No, it's not.
It ain't easy.
Well, you're a Jesuit school boy.
It ain't easy.
You're a Jesuit school boy, right?
No, it's basic.
It just.
It is what it is. It's fucking school. It's fucking school. That's all it is. It's fucking school. I went to fucking Drake University.
There's a lot
so much help.
That's academic.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
But Drake is a brainiac school, though. That shit's still hard as shit, though.
Philosophy.
It's basic. Meaning.
Shit's still hard as shit, though.
Get what I'm saying?
It's not Harvard. It's not the Ivy League.
Basketball
Right,
hard.
But it's right under the Ivy League,
It's
though.
under that. But
Georgetown, Villanova, the
look
Drakes
at
of the world, Vanderbilts.
You can get
they
through
not
it.
Ivy League. Stanford,
You trying to get a job with Villanova?
Georgia Tech. That shit's still hard as a motherfucker, yo.
Right.
Michigan, that shit hard as a motherfucker.
Everything, all schoolwork.
Yeah, but I get.
so,
No, I get what both. I get what both.
You gonna say Michigan the same as going to Temple?
I get what both.
It ain't on par.
I get what both.
Georgetown and
it's a different.
UMBC.
It's a little different.
I'm glad you said that. You know what? So now we're gonna talk some real shit about what's different and what's not different. And see, I get what you're saying. I get the angle you going, right? UMBC and Georgetown, right? But guess what? What about your talent level? Right. Your talent level can get you in UMBC or Georgetown.
talent level supersede it all.
So that's the bottom line.
Right, that's
so
what
what I'm saying is, I'm saying this shit is easy.
The first year.
Think about what I'm saying. This shit is easy. The talent level gets you to the motherfucking major academic university.
It gets what's my man, Derrick Rose at fucking.
So what I'm saying,
Memphis ain't no academic school.
I come out of fucking Compton College and go to Drake.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is?
But you average 40.
No, but listen.
Talent level, that's what you're saying. Right. That is school shit.
But even to his point, Duck Yvonne went out of JUCO to Cornell.
Yeah,
that shit.
Great man.
I'm telling you,
That's crazy.
The first year, the first semester is always the hardest. After that,
that's the one you need.
I did terrible my first semester, man. But after that, you get acclimated, man.
I felt like a dummy, man.
It's a lot of reading, and you know Georgetown is a Jesuit school, so you have to do a lot of Bible stuff, philosophy, the shit that we don't do in high school and public school.
You never been that shit.
So you get to these white schools, man, and that's all you get.
That's true.
They philosophizing your ass. They a lot of Bible stuff, man. But we didn't do it a black majority school.
When you went,
you know what I mean?
When
So
I
that's
went
different.
up
It was a shock for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I said,
I went to
it wasn't that it was hard. It was more just abundance of it.
That's what you talk about going from private to public.
That's what I'm trying to tell people.
Yeah.
I experienced it on both levels of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I experienced it on high school and college levels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is, I'm not saying it's just smooth body shit and don't get nothing out of it.
You can do it.
What I'm saying is, I know what the fuck is up.
Right.
They make it available for you that you can do that shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't fucking tell me that these motherfucking high-notch programs in NCAA winning championships with fucking niggas that got 3.5s all the way.
Kentucky don't have no A+ students.
No,
You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. So you can't tell me schools that's winning championships and they successful. All these motherfuckers bring
The
it.
only one I'm gonna tell you that is Duke is like that, because Coach K is not gonna recruit nobody who go to. He's not gonna have public schools guys in there. He's gonna have Catholic and private school guys in there. Just look at his history.
He adapted.
He's biting in. He's feeding in there.
He didn't want the one
Well,
now. So he might do
it's a
anything.
little different.
He might do anything now.
Coach K, I got you. I ain't gonna get a probation, baby.
But he still won't get them Catholic schools.
We are not going on probation.
It's a little different now because nobody knows public school.
Send my shit to
So he
another
gonna
name.
get
Top players all the time.
all top players go private.
They go private,
So he knows who to
Yeah,
recruit.
yeah.
Send me
that's right.
gift cards. Send me gift
The
cards.
only one he didn't get is Chris Webber.
Macy's. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He didn't get
He didn't
you
get
know what
Webber.
I'm saying?
Yeah, he wanted Webber, but he
Shout
didn't
out to that bad Chris Webber guy.
Oh.
Hey, but that's what had Jalen Rose upset. A lot of he called them coaches out on that.
Yeah.
About how a lot of coaches do that.
That's what you don't do.
Yeah.
That's what you don't do. You don't do that. You get it, you got it, it's done.
And
It's
get
over.
out of it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you do
Yeah,
that.
you don't be telling, doing a lot of
Yeah, you
telling.
don't tell.
You don't want out of there, man.
Yeah.
Sammy the Bull. Sammy the Bull. Shout out to Sammy the Bull.
No, hey,
Ultimate rap.
Bryson, you need to calm down with all that, man.
That's it.
Hey,
Yeah, man, it's some bags being thrown out this month. But you know, to me, I don't think the guys like the older guys like right now, like yourself, and like a lot of people, man, like if that, it was going on back then, it just wasn't so noticeable. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, it's so crazy. What I'm saying, I think that y'all deserve that shit more so than now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You brought so much to the program, like Reggie Williams went from Joel Sanborn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they getting it now, man. Look at the Louisville situation. You know what I mean? Patino and them guys, they've been doing that thing for years, man.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
but they haven't been giving the benefits to the kids.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what that's what
They've
they
been
got
doing it.
stuck.
Yeah, they haven't.
That's how
They
they
haven't.
that's how they got
on the
caught
hot
up.
seat.
Yeah, that's how they got
Now
caught up.
look at one of the
Chuck
coaches.
Person.
You said I didn't. Chuck, whatever he said. He got 91,000.
Yeah.
Kid ain't get nothing.
He kept 73,000. So he gave the kid 18. That wasn't part of the deal.
So what you would have done if you was Chuck Person? If you was Chuck Person, what would you have done?
I gave the kid 61.
Hey. Y'all know, I was looking at something. They said it could be like another 20 indictments to come over the next 2
It's gonna be
weeks.
more. It's gonna be more.
Over the next 2 weeks. That's what they saying. And they saying I was reading something today. They were saying it could be another 20-some indictments, and it's a high probability Kansas and UConn will probably gonna come up.
Kansas and UConn?
Might probably gonna come up.
No, Kansas ain't coming up.
It's all about money, man.
It's not about Kansas. It's not about Kentucky.
They
doing
Adidas.
shit the
That's
right
Adidas.
way.
So
That's why it's hard to
Kansas-
take them jobs.
Kansas
though, man.
signed
Kansas-
$190 million.
Yeah.
It's
Leverage
to be like a big hit
let
school,
me
right?
go do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kansas
You got some
premier
leverage,
Adidas
man.
school, right?
Let me ask you guys something. All y'all were high major recruits. If it comes down, let's say it comes down to Duke and Kentucky, right? It's Duke and Kentucky, and they offer you the same exact thing, the same exact role. How do you make that decision?
The same
If it's
exact-
nothing,
What, the money and everything?
no, that's what I'm
they
saying.
don't give no
I'm saying
money
if you remove,
They don't give
no,
no money?
this is what I'm saying. If you
Talking about
remove,
Duke.
this is what I'm saying. No,
Yeah.
because I'm saying if you remove the bag, right?
Remove the
And
bag.
all four of you are high major recruits,
Yeah.
Right.
and Duke and Kentucky is offering you the same role,
Okay.
same academic opportunity.
Okay.
So how do you what makes you pick between Kentucky and Duke?
I'm going to Drake.
No, but you get what I'm saying, right? What
I'll
would,
give you something I'm still going to
Oh,
Drake.
What would be your if you take out the money, right? If you take the bag out,
it's just personal choice if you like the coach or not. I mean, both of them gonna win, both of them gonna be there. So it's just personal preference.
It's like who? Well,
to me,
what's the coach, man?
What's the roster look like?
Yeah,
right, that's what I mean. So let's say the two. Let's say the two.
Like
when you
coach
said
is number one though.
Coach is number one.
And what the roster look
number
like?
one.
Yeah.
Who's in front of
So
you?
you're gonna have a chance to win.
You got.
But that's what I'm saying. They're often the same thing.
You got Bob Wade or John Thompson. Who you take as a coach?
But you saying they high school
As a coach.
I'm taking Wade. I'm taking Wade all the way.
Okay.
Yeah, because
the reason I'm asking is if I'm a kid, if I'm a kid and I feel the same.
Because look at it, when say a recruit going to Kansas now, and if Bill Self leave, that recruit is going where Bill Self is, right? So it's about the coaching. I mean, because you're going to win. You know what I mean? It depends on how if you got a little luck to win it all.
See, it's the restraint on the court too, because I would say Coach K got a little more. Coach K kind of has given in to the modern day basketball.
He opened that thing up.
Like the Kyries who played 6 games, whatever.
Austin Rivers.
You know, so he gave in. Coach K gave in.
What if they both
like John Thompson? John Thompson gave in to AI.
Starting position.
John Thompson ain't.
What he had to
like if Coach
different.
that's the same exact thing. Both situations are the same.
I'm gonna tell you why I kind of disagree with that, right?
Yeah, they both.
And I actually want to answer this question for everybody. Will hear what I'm saying. And I'm glad you said that. That's a great fucking point. That's great you said. Rick, go back on Rick. What you said.
I just feel like a lot of coaches have changed in the modern day era. Like Coach K gave it to the one and done.
Right.
He ain't as restrained with his players. He had the Kyries. He's had like Austin Rivers. He's changed his philosophy.
Yeah.
Guys like John Thompson, who was to me always, very strict type of style. To me personally, as a person outside of the program, I felt like he changed up a little bit with AI, with Victor Page and was there. He coached a little bit different.
Thompson wasn't.
Unless I'm just looking at it.
Thompson's philosophy was, he's not like when I played. Give Reggie the basketball. You know what I mean? So he didn't discriminate. If you couldn't put the ball in the basket, he didn't want you to shoot the ball. But if you can put the damn ball in the basket, that's where he went.
That's what I'm trying to say. No. John Thompson was always John Thompson.
That's right.
What I'm saying is, what I'm trying to tell you is, I done sat and watched games since I was in fucking high school, junior high, watching these guys. So what I'm saying is, the green light was the green light. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like he said, okay, we looked at it as Georgetown fans and hometowns and say, "Whoa, ain't nobody did that shit like Iverson did."
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you look back, Iverson ain't no teams like the niggas had.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
He had to do that shit.
He had to do that. And John,
so no, get me wrong. Not taking it away from him. Yeah. What I'm saying is, they had to play that way to be successful. Yeah. Iverson had Reggie Williams. He had Pat Ewing. He had Dave Wingate. He had motherfucking Charles Smith. He had motherfucking Sleepy Floyd. What I'm saying is, he had a bunch of bigs, a bunch of guys that, to be honest with you, I'm just getting you real shit. Victor Page, my man, he had Victor Page, and then guess what else he had around him at Georgetown? The same Philadelphia 76 team that he had when he got player of the year. A bunch of roll motherfuckers that's going to say, do your thing, and we're going to clean up this motherfucking mess.
Play defense.
So what I'm saying is, he had no choice but to say, just do you.
No, just cook. Yeah, put the ball in the basket.
Now think of that team. Reggie Williams, Michael Graham, Pat Ewing. You can't tell one motherfucker to just say go off.
Yeah, and you went to Villanova, man, so stop getting in the motherfucking Georgia.
What we doing? But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real. You had the guy who put the ball in the basket. That's it. I mean,
they had all they had 5 Allen Iversons before it was Allen Iversons. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, John was forced to say, "Get us up out of here, man."
Yeah.
So you know what he did? He said, "Man, you take your ass and get this rebound." He gonna shoot every motherfucking time he want to shoot, and he go out there.
And I take my playing all day. Yeah. But when that game starts,
it's a different story.
Man, go. You gotta make it just go. Yeah, go.
I take Smith for example, my brother. I'm not being biased to the conversation. When Reggie left, The motherfuckers ain't had nobody.
Ain't had nobody, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't have nobody. So
It's
then
Junior.
they didn't have no fucking body.
Nobody.
Put that ball in the basket.
Guess what? That's why Smith was like, man, John was like, motherfucker, shoot that bitch every time.
When he first got there, he said, don't shoot it. But he didn't see nobody else could put the ball in the basket. So Smitty put that thing in the basket.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You got to think about that
part
of it.
That shit, he was on the course to make it.
JT.
John
he didn't have no future.
John ain't changed his style.
No, he didn't have no.
He had no choice.
He had no choice.
Because Iverson was that motherfucker to be boom and could have went anywhere in the country and did the same thing.
Yeah.
He ain't changed his style. It was just wasn't nobody on that team.
Yeah.
For him to say all y'all average 15.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That wasn't no 82 team. That wasn't no, come on,
you know better than that when you're going through pregame and you're going through your plays and shit. Then when that, game come in and warm up, your coach come tell you, man, get buckets. What the fuck you, man, get buckets.
Yeah, I mean, that's
get Reggie the buck out there and ball.
That's what he said.
Right.
He said he discriminate, man. Yeah, get a guy who wants
I'm
to put the
telling you, that
ball
shit
in
was
the
exciting
basket,
though,
man.
man. And AI was there.
AI was first bad. That motherfucker is the real deal.
Hey, look, he had the Jordan the Concords with the motherfucking black ankle braces. Oh yeah. AI was it.
The thing about it.
Shout out to Bubba Chuck.
I'm a Bubba Chuck motherfucking fan. That motherfucking boogie. You know what I'm saying? Boogie. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is like John knew, man, that's all the fuck I got. So you know what? I don't want to lose you. So I tell you what, you go get a rebound and let this motherfucker shoot.
AI didn't even have nobody to space the court for him. He ain't never shoot it.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. So that's what
he
I'm
had a
saying.
motherfucking Jerome Williams.
Crashing Bull. Jahadi White,
He had the 76ers.
He had
the Philadelphia 76ers.
He
had the 76ers. Niggas just gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna chase all your shots.
They became pros just
I'm gonna chase all your shots.
They became pros.
And we're gonna start the break.
They became
that's
pros
why
just
I
doing
give
that.
Shorty so much credit because throughout his career he never played with any other bad motherfucker.
Another person, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I always try to think about this too, man. Think about this.
No, went pro.
You ever thought about this?
But doing what they did,
Guess what?
Doing what they did.
I think he like when he got the six that year. I think he probably said, "Man, this all Georgetown. this all Georgetown.
We're old men.
Like this all Georgetown, the same caliber players to allow me to do my motherfucker. And guess what? The same coach that didn't want to bow into a lot of shit and bow down.
Yeah, he tamed.
You got John Thompson, Larry Brown. Let me tell you something.
Larry Brown can't link.
How the fuck you gonna play for John Thompson and Larry Brown and you Allen Iverson?
He learned a lot.
And you great with both of them.
Who did he learn the most from?
Both.
I'm gonna say I would have to say
Larry longer.
I would have to say 50-50 because I won't say who learned from the most. I think John prepared him for Larry Brown.
Then you tell me. You rephrase that question. Rephrase the question. Who's the best coach? Who's the best coach?
Well, I know what you're gonna say on that.
Okay. No, not because leave all
the better coach.
Larry Brown is a better coach.
He got one of the best coaches after like 5 years.
Well, he's one of the best coaches ever.
He wasn't bringing
Larry Brown off
in pro. Huh?
No.
Allen Iverson went through what? Mo Cheeks, Larry Davis,
No.
whoever else.
Larry Brown calmed that shit. That's why I said this.
And sat him down some games.
And he put him at the 2 guard. Put him off the ball.
From a military standpoint, as far as like, Shorty, you the man, but do this and that. I'm just saying, Larry Brown, don't give me, I ain't gonna fucking sugarcoat. Larry Brown the best coach in the fucking world.
That's right. I'm telling
you.
To me. He crazy as hell.
To me.
He's one
I done been in Larry Brown's practice.
He's better than Phil Jackson.
That was your first coach with the Clippers?
Larry Brown's the best coach ever.
San Antonio.
Larry Brown's the best coach ever.
X's and O's. Nobody can beat him.
He put you on the spots where you be like, I'm right there, and nobody right but me.
The reason he didn't win a whole lot of championships in college because Larry he's moody. So he got to leave every 4 years because he get on people's fucking nerves.
Yeah.
But
Hey, that Detroit
Coach K and them,
Hey, but
don't have nothing on this guy,
think about
man.
this though. He won that
Ain't got
championship.
none
He won that championship in
Uh-uh.
Detroit. Didn't have a.
They already know though.
Hey, Charlie Mo.
That championship in Detroit didn't even have a bona
Because
fide.
Kobe was having
Still
issues, man.
underdog.
Kobe was having issues. Come
But
on,
look at
man.
that team he had with Detroit. That wasn't no.
That was the Gary Payton.
I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit.
That was the Gary Payton.
I'ma tell y'all some
Gary
real shit.
Payton, the Karl Malone Lakers. Come
Can't
on, son.
nobody fuck with Larry Brown when it comes to that shit. This motherfucker will have you in a huddle and draw some shit, and you be like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, the whiteboard.
Man, he like that, man.
I mean, he don't even see when I played with Indiana. Larry would change stuff up all the time, man. I mean, he was good on that whiteboard, man.
Yeah.
He could design a
Oh,
play,
he bad
man.
motherfucker.
He had you with the
man.
I mean,
Pacers, right?
Bad motherfucker,
It was crazy.
man.
It was
He's
crazy.
a bad motherfucker.
It's off
He
the.
expect
I mean,
you to run the shit right.
yeah, he expect you to run the stuff right.
Oh,
Okay,
if-
play the right way.
even
Play
if
the
you,
right way.
even
Crazy as hell.
if you score that motherfucker, you gotta rewind that shit. Like, nah, they ain't look good enough.
I got my best.
Nah, he a bad
Hey, look,
motherfucker.
my best Larry Brown story is I'm up in Villanova. This is when I've been living outside of Villanova, right? And it's the off season. He's married. His wife, right?
Yeah.
He all tanned up. He just come back in town from somewhere. He ain't seen his wife for a couple weeks. I think he was with USA Basketball or something. He in Villanova's gym. They in open gym, right? And he in there teaching.
That's
Jay
all they
Wright,
gotta
and
do.
look, you know what that was? It was his anniversary. He in the gym, sweating, and this when Randy Foy and them guys was there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he in there teaching, and Jay Wright was just like, man, look, man, it's your anniversary, dude. Like, go see your wife. But that's how much of a nut Larry Brown was.
Nah,
Man.
that
Larry
nigga
Brown
love the game.
is
That
serious,
nigga love
man.
the
He
game.
love to teach the game, bro. He love to teach the game. He roll his sleeves up
Yeah.
and really do it. Like,
Yeah.
really teach.
Yeah, he
you
does.
know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
develop, you know.
Nah, that nigga love the game. Bryce, you know you gotta get Reggie your ultimate question.
What's that?
Right now in the day, who would remind him of?
Yeah, who do you think? Who would you?
Who Reggie Williams now?
Yeah, who was
Kevin Durant.
you?
Man,
Durant.
you know what's so crazy? You know what? Shout out to Troy. I love hey Troy. Troy, hey man, you a bad motherfucker, Joe. That's what I'm trying to
Shout
tell
out
you.
to Tracy.
That motherfucking, I'm trying, man. Oh, you lunching? I said, man, y'all got this nigga Reggie fucked up. He said,
I mean, I'll be watching the TV, man. I said, damn, it'd be scary.
Yeah.
Because that was me back in the day.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
tell you.
Back in the day.
Hey, think about
I
this,
be
man.
telling motherfuckers this shit. They be like, I'm
Hey,
tripping.
look, I got a crazy question.
If I was selfish back in when I played,
Yeah.
that's what I would be doing.
Think about this though.
Busting them boys up like that.
Think about college
He
basketball.
ain't
Right?
bullshitting though.
Well, I
He ain't
know, you know.
bullshitting.
You know how you
Trust
said
me, I
you said their crew should have gotten paid, right? Like if anybody was all the shit that's going on,
No
you
doubt.
saw all these allegations coming out, right? Like if you were getting paid, right, or if you guys could have gotten paid, think about the royalties, like in the record business.
Hold
Like,
up. Joe Rose, you lunching. Pop can't fuck with a Larry Brown, Joe.
Said Popovich a better coach. than
Pop,
Larry
so
Brown.
I want to ask you this though, like
Said
think about this.
Popovich a better coach.
He
than
raised
Larry
Pop.
He raised Popovich. That's where Popovich get all this stuff from.
What came
See,
first?
Popovich, when I first came to the league, we used to practice at Cal State Dominguez. Cal State Dominguez in Northern California.
That's my shit. That's why I lived there.
Huh?
When I went to Juke. Oh, boy,
Okay,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
well, Popovich been Larry Brown
You
friend
shoulda
for
hollered at me
years.
back then, Ray.
And that was 1987.
Oh, no, well, yeah.
Okay. So Popovich was the coach at Cal State Dominguez,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's Larry Brown's friend. Whatever Popovich know now,
Man, all them niggas are the
Larry Brown taught all them boys that. Look at the coaching tree.
Yeah.
All that shit. See, Larry Brown was in San Antonio. He had to get out there because he's so crazy. The owner, when Larry Brown get a job, Larry Brown get his money. And and look at this. He get his
want
money
everything.
and he say, "Well, I want a 500 SL Mercedes, them little convertibles." So they got to give him a car. And they got to give him his money. He get a truckload of shit
Yeah.
before he signed that deal. You give him his XL and his money, he fine. And the reason he left San Antonio before they start winning, because him and the owner, see, he irritates people after a while. Every 4 years, he irritates the hell out of you, right? He did it at UCLA. He did it with the New Jersey Nets. He did it with Philly. Wherever he go, Indiana,
Detroit,
Detroit, New York.
SMU.
Yeah,
He made SMU.
yeah.
Joe, I'm telling you
But you got to give him a SL Mercedes, and you got to give him a truckload
So
of
what
money.
came first, man? Real quick. We're talking about royalties right now. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Georgetown, John Thompson, y'all. So like, this small school.
Yeah.
Did y'all make Georgetown? Because no one know Georgetown. That's a little,
No.
not even a dot on the fucking map. Y'all win these games. Y'all put Georgetown on the fucking map.
Turn your phone off, Ronnie.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all put it on the map.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, you know, back in the day they was in the ECAC tournament. Nobody gave a shit about that. They didn't give a shit about the ECAC until they joined the Big East. And you know, that's when everything started happening. College basketball, ESPN, 79, ESPN. So everybody contributed to that thing.
You don't put the shit on the map, man. You went to Villanova. Why you keep asking about Georgetown?
Yeah.
Pat put the shit on the map.
Did you ever dominate center at Baltimore like Pat though? Like this motherfucker Pat.
No, we didn't have centers at Baltimore. You know, in high school you didn't have no centers like that.
That was me.
Pat, you don't put the shit on the map, man.
Yeah, and Pat only averaged what 13, 14 points and could have did
championship game.
You know what I mean?
3 out of 4
You just
years.
had to play. It was a team.
His presence
It was
was
a
so
team.
dominant,
It was a
like
team.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pat Young.
And that's no bullshit. And I talk to Baby doing all the time, right?
Yeah.
One thing, Baby, it's funny, motherfucker. He talk
That's
crazy.
Baby, man. Yeah.
And every time we talk about experts at Georgetown, he always talk about he always talk about Reggie.
Go ahead, Curt.
Always. I mean, that's one of the guys, man. Like that's one of the guys, man.
Okay.
So before we end the show, Reggie, man, is anything you want to say to the people?
No, I'm glad you guys invited me. You guys came and did my show and did a great job, man. I think that this is relaxing, man. Yes, kicking it. You know, guys telling stories. You know, talking about the the history of the game. Guys who played well. You know, I really enjoyed myself tonight, man. You know what I mean?
We
and keep it going, man. I think y'all doing a hell of a job doing this thing, man. And more guys need to come in here and
Number 34,
do this
right?
thing, man. 34, come in and do this thing.
It's only 2 number 34s that I really love, man. You and Lim Biles.
That's right.
Then he be bad,
And that's incredible, man. Them guy I played with up Georgetown, great friend of mine. He said he wanted to wear those just to represent y'all. He wasn't as good as y'all. Named Lamar Morgan.
Oh, Morgan. Oh, I know Morgan. Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Lamar. That's my man.
Yeah.
He represent that number 5 the way he carried it.
He down in Carolina now, right?
Yeah,
he's still working with
New Balance.
Yeah. I see him around. I
see you in the golf course, Lamar.
But nah, man, you one of the best ever.
Yeah, thanks a lot, baby.
We're great to have you on this show, man.
Thanks, man. I'll do it again.
Yeah,
I'll do it
definitely
again.
gonna have you back on again.
Do it again.
My main man, Reggie, man. We out. We gonna see y'all next week. I don't know who we got next week. Might get Muggsy on this motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him up here. Because he gotta tell me the story about this 53 pull.
Yeah, we gotta let everybody know.
I'm gonna call him tonight.
Hey, Reggie.
I'm gonna call him tonight.
Hey, Reggie. I love Muggsy. That's one of my idols. Like I used to rush home to watch him play. Yeah, but that 53 is official.
Okay. Okay. I gotta talk to my man. I sure gotta talk to him.
Yeah, I gotta talk
to him, man.
That's official. But I ain't never getting out the way with Muggsy though.
Oh yeah,
that's
If it happened, it happened, man. That's good. I mean, I thought you was a good player.
No,
you were a very good player anyway. You should have stayed at Drake a couple more years, man.
No, it's one more year.
Huh?
I was out.
You was out?
Yeah, I said one more year would have got me out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I lunched out. Lunched all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Lunched all the way out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just seeing y'all guys.
I had a Baltimore guy. I think he went to Drake. Malvin Mathias. He went to Lake Clifton.
The guy from Baltimore that I know that's real involved
He came out
in
before
Drake
me.
is Lou Wright and Pop Wright.
Pop Wright, he's a few years before
Pop
me.
Wright,
Pop
oh
Wright,
man,
yeah.
he's good dude.
I know.
Good
Pop
dude.
Wright, yeah.
Real good
Yeah, he was
dude.
real good
He
player
speak
back
highly of y'all. Like,
Yeah, that's my man. Pop.
I'm like, man,
Pop Wright,
I'm cool, Pop. You know, all of my guys.
Yeah, Pop Wright, yeah.
So no more coaching for you?
It has to be a good situation. I don't want to take no more teams from the bottom. I want some talent so I can beat some
There you go.
people.
Yeah, there you go.
That's all. I'm not going to take those type of jobs anymore.
Right.
That was something early in my coaching career.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the right job.
Okay.
That I feel. That's all.
All right.
That's
One more question for you. Who you got winning the NBA this year?
Who I have?
Yeah. Called Startup.
Winning that.
I mean, I like Cleveland, man, but you know, I like LeBron. But you know, Golden State's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough to beat them.
So
Golden State tough.
They, you know, I'll say, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what?
So it's gonna be tough to beat them. It's gonna be tough to beat them, but
Damn.
you know, OKC. There's some good teams out there, man.
We was just about to get off this show.
OKC.
Just one question, man. Let's pick a team.
That's it. I ain't putting the
We're going to
team.
tease it in the next week.
I ain't putting the team. I just want to ask. See, certain questions you solidify with bad motherfuckers that been there.
Yeah.
And you respect it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
LeBron James. Is he a bad motherfucker or not?
Oh yeah, man. He get a bad rap sometimes. You know, baby-fied. You know, he complain a little bit or whatever. But you know that nigga's bad, man. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, yes.
Lonnie Ray, you heard it from Reggie, motherfucker.
I mean,
that motherfucker a bad motherfucker.
I mean, look at this. He's at Cleveland. He go to the championship with nobody, right?
Yeah.
He leaves, the whole economy drops. He go to Miami. Shit is up. He come back to Cleveland. Shit back up. I mean, he doing shit that Jordan. The economy didn't change with Jordan. I mean, I know
using Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan didn't bring that type of shit, man. You know what I mean? Jordan was Jordan.
Yeah.
But the economy, I mean, LeBron changed the economy.
He was that Jordan.
And then the power to say, I mean, when the boy is unhappy, everybody, you know, what can we do, LeBron, to make him happy? You ain't never seen nothing like that. Like Jordan, he didn't have that much power like that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Hey, man,
the power has shifted. The man that changes everything is LeBron James.
And no bullshit.
He got Kyrie leaving a championship team, and you know, I mean, all that stuff could have stopped, man. But nobody's bigger than LeBron James. I'm telling you.
No bullshit.
Thank you, man.
Nobody's bigger than LeBron. I'm sorry. I mean,
you telling some real shit. I agree with you. Hey, look, man.
I love KD and them.
Damn right.
But they not better than that man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Hey, man, you know what, man?
I'm sorry.
I appreciate my man Reggie for coming through, man. You know what I'm saying? Been a big fan of Reggie's, man, since back in the day.
Yes. Sir.
Going to see him play with my brother Smith was playing that team, man. That team. Reggie and the Miracles and all that. But we're going to close it up tonight, man. My man Charlie Measy.
Yes,
JB, my man Reggie Wins, man. Appreciate you for coming out on the show, man.
Thank you a lot, man. You know, I'll come back anytime. Just give me a holler.
And you know we will, man. So.
And the Hoyas should start off 10-0 with that schedule.
Oh yeah,
the JV schedule. That's I mean, we done reverted back to JV kind of schedules, man.
I'm surprised they ain't got St. Leo's on that mother.
Yeah. At least we did have some players though back in the day. But that's the mark of Big John.
Yeah,
that's the kind of he's been trying to tell his son to do that, and JT3 went out and played people.
Mm-hmm.
Big
Now,
John.
he played some good teams.
Oh, JT, he played some
They
good
won the
teams.
toughest guys in the country last year.
But JT,
Shout out to Broders.
yeah, the dad believes in scheduling that way. So
Shout
we'll
out
see.
to the NRT.
Yeah.
Shout out to the NRT. Shout out to the NRT.
It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough for my boys, but I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there. Hopefully they get this thing together, man.
And that's what's up, man. We closing out with man Reggie Wins, man, one of the greatest to ever do it, man.
Indeed.
Of the no bullshit. So we gonna get rid of this man this week, and we come back next week with maybe Reggie might call Muggsy and tell him, come on, man, and tell him holler at me, man.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? But no bullshit. Of no disrespect. But of no disrespect, Muggsy Bowles is definitely on the top of my list, man, as far as like making me work hard to just know what the fuck I'm doing in the basketball.
Get better, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Better, yeah.
And that's it. That's what I get y'all old cats, man. But
Okay, baby.
my motherfucking man, Reggie.
Man, good seeing y'all, man.
You know what I'm saying? We'll see y'all next week, man. We out.
Okay.